What is up, my tankers? If you're wondering why I'm laughing, it's because of the hot togs. This is another replay sent in from Tim Rolden. He is part of the Eagle clan, and he is platooned up with two of his clanmates, both of them in TOG 2s, as I like to refer to them as hot togs instead of hot dogs, because they look like wieners. But no, I actually, the TOGs, I don't even know what to make of them. They are some of the most ridiculous vehicles in World of Tanks. It is just, brings a smile to my face every time I see them. That's all I can say about it. But this is going to be a very interesting game, or should be a very interesting game, from Mr. Tim Roden, part of the Ego clan, and there is his counterpart, the M36 Jackson, recently renamed from the M36 Slugger, and he is an M18 Hellcat, the faster moving but lighter armored variant. So, the TOG coming up behind him, the massive land cruiser of a battle tank. I don't even know what to make of it half the time. But I do hear it does perform rather well. And the most notable thing about the TOG is it has just as much health as a tier 7 heavy tank. So it's a tier 6. It has more health than any tier 6 tank out there. So it's survivable, I guess, but it's also slow moving in a large target, and I hope you enjoy getting shelled by artillery. That's all I have to say about that. The enemy team doing a pretty big push up on that hill to the west, to the one line, proving to be a deadly, deadly region of space that you really don't want to run into. Two of his teammates learning that very quick, a Stug 3 and a T-49, if I'm not mistaken, both tank destroyers. And there goes a T-28 as well. So, the enemy team off to a good start for themselves. Tim Roden's team, not so much, but we'll see if he can make it come back, as if I don't already know, but I'm not going to spoil things for you guys. It goes against my policy. So, I can't quite see how well positioned that other TOG 2 is set up, but this Easy 8 bouncing a shell from the M18, I don't know what the average penetration on an M18 cannon is. It is 160, so pretty much the same as a T20, or I believe the Easy 8 gets, no, the Easy 8 does not get the same gun, but it is the same gun that is mounted on the T20. Same damage, same average penetration, but it probably has a faster rate of fire because it is a tank destroyer, and they generically do. Although, I take that back. The M18 is a tier 6, the T20 is a tier 7, it's very possible the T20 has a faster rate of fire. Tim Roden's team managing to make up the gap a little bit, now only behind by 2 tanks. A KV-1S, I can tell that has the large caliber 122, 390 average damage. It's going to hurt if it hits you, certainly, but it has a long reload, so take advantage of that if you can. KV-1S certainly looking like he's gonna die here very shortly, hopefully. They can eliminate him. Tim Roden still not managing to get a shot off on him, and the enemy team gaining their 3 tank advantage yet again. The other KV-1S, he also has that large caliber gun. If they were playing a bit more intelligently, they would probably be able to double tap a lot of these tier 6 tanks, just 1, 2 dead. That's a good strategy to have, but 1 getting eliminated by Tim Roden, and hopefully kill number 2 coming in very shortly. This Easy 8 just sitting there out in the open. I have no idea what this enemy team is thinking. The Easy 8 managing to kill one of the hot togs there and get away. Unfortunately, I was hoping Tim would have a shot on him, but apparently not. Still, 1 bullet, sir. 1 bullet, I'm not quite sure what his full name is. Let's figure it out. Yeah, 1 bullet senior, I guess. I'm just going to call him 1. Or bullet. Or 1 bullet. I'll call him 1 bullet. But they call me C, apparently. So, his teammates having rather interesting names. Tim really doing well for himself. Apparently, Tim's Canadian, I'm guessing, by his flag that is mounted on the side of his tank. This Easy 8 probably gonna die. Nope, bouncing yet another shot due to the incredibly steep angle, or rather, slim angle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's proper use of steep, right? The incredible slant. Steep was wrong, I suppose. I don't know. Come on, guys. Cut me some slack. Anyway, but you get what I'm saying. Just too intense of an angle there. It simply just glanced off the top of that armor, and there was no hope. That M7, certainly no match for an M18. I know an M18 can handle an M7 any day without any contention, especially if the M18's full health. Tim going in for this easy 8. Personally, I would have zoomed in right there, made sure I actually had the perfect shot rather than just hoping. When you're in the third person mode, you really have not that great of an idea. It can be very misleading, and you can take a shot and absolutely miss because you might have had a slight sliver of a shot on him, but from the third person view, it looked like you had your entire targeting reticle on him. So the Wesp saying no cover for you, Mr. Wesp. It's a little early to be talking smack, although I suppose considering your team is up by 5 kills at this point, it's not looking too good. Tim Roden here down to a low, not that much health yet. Very fortunately bouncing a shot that Easy 8 almost killing him. I do not recall what the average damage on Easy 8's gun is, but I'm pretty sure it would have been enough to kill him if it penetrated. So Tim here kind of in a rough spot, fighting 2 versus 1. If that M7 had just any sort of guts, he would run out. Here we go. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And will Tim be able to finish him off? Hopefully he can either, there we go, dodge a shot or bounce it. And there we go, the M7 getting eliminated. I do have to say, I'm not a fan of the M7. I have played the M7, and I don't like it. It's not that fun of a tank. It's not that powerful of a tank. The Easy 8 getting distracted by his teammate, and he's probably going to get shot right in his rear end. There we go. Kill number 5 for Tim. Only 1 kill for 1 bullet. So, I guess living up to his name in a manner of speaking, but he is being a good teammate. Certainly a distraction that has allowed Tim to get more kills and really protecting his flank from that Easy 8. If it wasn't for 1 bullet, Tim would probably be dead now. The AMX-40 definitely also capable of killing Tim. Very much playing cautiously as he should be. His team playing on the defensive, again, like they should be. Hopefully that M4 does not have the derp gun, and if he does, hopefully it's as inaccurate as its reputation indicates. That other Easy 8 right there, just noticing he has the high caliber derp gun. I say high caliber, but as far as derp guns go, it's not really that derp. The KB2 is the definition, the epitome of derp, and so is the SU-152 and the ISU-152. So there we go. He actually does not have the derp gun, so it would have been unlikely that M4 would have been able to get through his armor, at least easily, if he positioned it right. There we go. Kill number 6 for Tim, and apparently a Churchill 1 killing a Churchill 1, evening the playing field now. Teams even on kills 100%. A Hetzer trying to move up the center. It is possible that Tim could kill it in 1 shot if he gets a high damage roll, but it's less than 50% likely, and now it's a certainty. Now that Hetzer has been hit. Tim moving up a little, trying to get shots. Probably going to get a 7th and 8th kill here. Actually, we'll see exactly what he kills. I know how many kills he gets towards the end, but I don't know exactly what he kills because I didn't take the time to look. Here we go. The Hetzer getting very lucky and surviving. Tim doing the smart thing, going in close, so if the enemy West wants to get a shot off, he's got to risk hitting his own teammate, which he probably wouldn't, but he certainly has to stay on the move if he does not want to get artillery to death, assuming that West is in a position to artillery him. There we go, the Stug 3 getting himself eliminated. The Wolverine is fully capable of handling Tim here. If he had any sort of guts, he would move in and take the kill, but the Wolverine either being AFK or just a complete noob. I'm guessing by his lack of movement, he either disconnected or he had to go to the bathroom, or maybe there was a doorbell, or perhaps his pizza's done in the oven. I don't know, but certainly not in the game. And Tim, no, getting killed by the West. Mr. Urban Turbin. So the Urban Turbin killing him. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. He needed to stay moving, kind of juke a little. It's important to stay moving, but it's also important to move erratically. Start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, or zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Not let artillery get an easy shot on you, because if you drive in a straight line, leading the target isn't that complex of a thing to do, but especially if your movements are predictable. But the T40, this TOG definitely going to be able to handle this AMX-40. I would say this AMX-40 has 0 chance of actually getting through that TOG. But it is possible that the West could eliminate him given the slow movement of the TOG. It is now down to just the West, though. Tim Roden's team having absolutely won this. Tim Roden getting sniper with 18 of 20 shots hitting and getting Top Gun with 8 kills. That also earns him a Radley Walters medal, so well played, good sir. I'm not really quite sure what to say about your playstyle other than you played properly, I suppose. The M18 certainly functions a little less like a tank destroyer and a little more like a medium tank. just due to its movement characteristics. And its gun, actually. It, like I said, it does have the same damage and penetration as the T20, so what's that tell you? And I guess you did well to stay alive. I definitely enjoyed the teamwork. And double TOGs all the way, man. Gotta rock it. Anyway, if you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you got a replay, check the replay submission video link in the description and send those my way. I look forward to it. Anyway, this has been Spang, and I am signing off.